I hit a dog on the way over here, by the way.
Oh man, what kind of dog was it?
Brown.
So today I had the brilliant idea of joining Rishi's Minecraft server.
Making these the one and only total refresh, shower on the go solution.
You are Wojak. The most is soy Wojak.
Naturally, I filled it to the brim with TNT.
Like she's in a garden full of flowers and birds.
I am literally filled with hot air.
I am a computer-generated person.
I am the Nordic gamer, Chad, the Giga Chad Wojak.
The beast is finally here. Realistic AI-generated images, videos, and sound.
This is a completely fake video of me. The AI used 30 seconds of me talking to a webcam, and now I have an avatar that I can make say anything.
Already it is being used to sow disinformation and perpetuate scams, and people are beginning to fall for it.
And Nigel Farage again doing these Minecraft videos as well.
This year, more countries are having elections than any other year in history, and it might be the last elections where people can tell for sure what is real and what isn't. This is a problem that society has absolutely no idea how to mitigate. Well, aside from the naive idealists who think,
oh, just have schools teach kids how to spot fake news. Encourage people to fact check what they see online.
Half the population don't even know this technology exists, and most of the other half don't know how it works. Any solution to this is going to be top-down, preferably one that doesn't involve the government deciding what is and what isn't fake news. And I mean actual fake news. Media spin and bias is nothing compared to actual real, just straight-up fabrications that are possible now with this deep fake technology. One group think that they've found a solution. Predict It is a New Zealand website run by the Victoria University of Wellington. Except instead of betting on horses or football games, this website runs bets on American election results. If I place a bet on Trump to win at 46 cents and he does, I win $1, a 54-cent profit. But this isn't fixed. The prices go up or down based on how many people are choosing that outcome. After Biden's disastrous debate performance in last June, Biden took a dive in the odds as players rushed to bet on either Trump or Harris, indicating that these outcomes were now more likely. As of recording, there is a 44% chance of Trump winning this November. And in many cases, this mechanism is more accurate than opinion polling at predicting who will win an election. Data from the 2001 Australian federal election showed that betting odds were more accurate than opinion polls in not only the overall result, but also in many close swing seats. Think about how much information bookies, punters, crypto bros and stockbrokers consume when large sums of money are on the line. If you trade on lies, myths or misconceptions, if you have no idea what you're doing, you will lose your money. Players get paid to look past falsehoods and search for the truth. And for those of us who don't gamble, we're able to accurately tell how well a company is doing or who is most likely to win an upcoming football match. The grand vision of prediction markets is that they could be used to combat disinformation online by quickly informing web users whether information is likely to be true or not. Suppose a voice fake emerges of a politician saying something insensitive, or a fake video of police brutality emerges with the goal of sparking a riot. A massive recession inbound? Is this anonymous account warning of an imminent Russian victory in Ukraine an accurate view, or just fear-mongering? There are plenty of digital sleuths who are paying to give us the right answer. Real-world example, Biden's decision to drop out of the presidential race reflected in prediction markets before it made it to mainstream news. Along with Predict It, there is also Kalshi, where players bet on award show outcomes, album releases, economic forecasts, or even the weather. Metaculus is another one that trades on scientific breakthroughs, giving us an idea of how close or far away we are from certain technological advancements. There is also the fast-growing Polymarket, funded by right-wing tech bro Peter Thiel, which uses crypto instead of real money. But more on that later. The question remains, if prediction markets are so useful, why haven't they caught on yet? Critics have identified 3 fatal flaws that stifle their growth and effectiveness compared to other forms of financial gambling. Investors hedge money on the stock market because there is a chance for huge returns. Invested money is taken by businesses and used to generate more wealth, which the investor gets a share. Prediction markets, on the other hand, are funded by an equal amount being bet on the winning and losing positions, so the money can be transferred from the losers to the winners. No new wealth is generated. There is no point using them for long-term investment. People gamble on sporting events because it is exciting. There is a thrill of watching your money being made or lost over the course of a 90-minute football match or a 5-minute horse race. Political betting markets, on the other hand, might not resolve for a few weeks or months after the bet is placed, or in Metaculus's case, 200 years. So anyone looking for a quick punt is not going to be analysing polling data for suburbs in Pittsburgh. And this causes the third problem for prediction markets. Agile analysts, known as sharps, often have superior information to the rest of the punters, and they tend to be your professional gamblers. But when only professionals are playing, with no gamblers or investors to bounce off of, they lose their edge. On Kalshi, there are only 10 markets where players have collectively bet more than $100,000, and the top 3 are all related to Federal Reserve interest rates. These are markets where information is plentiful and the game is easy money. Sports betting, on the other hand, is worth $330 billion in the United States alone, and it's only been 6 years since sports betting was legalized federally. When prediction market platforms themselves are asked why they struggle to grow, they often blame cumbersome big government regulation. PredictIt has been battling for years against the US federal government over whether betting on elections is even legal, and the platform is at risk of being banned in the US, their largest customer base. This is why Kalshi don't run contests on elections. And in any case, blaming regulation isn't appropriate. In the UK, it has been legal to bet on literally anything since the 18th century, provided it isn't immoral or impolite, like betting on the number of casualties in a war. Yet there is no real market for news betting. Most bookmakers offer it as an option, but it's usually listed at the very bottom of gambling websites. Outsourcing the fate of democracy and the existence of truth itself onto political junkies with gambling addictions is a pretty crazy and potentially dangerous idea, and the eyebrows raise higher when you look at who exactly hangs around in this space. The aforementioned poly market has quickly dominated market share to become the largest prediction market in the United States, and they have no qualms about what they bet on. Along with sports and elections, they're open to wagers on wars, natural disasters, and tragedies. Instead of dollars, trades are made with cryptocurrency, and the whole platform is decentralized on the blockchain. If you don't know what any of that means, that's kind of my point. Let's just say that the user base of prediction markets tends to skew more conservative or libertarian right, the kind of people who like NFTs, AI, Elon Musk, Trump, and Bitcoin. Polymarket's overall vision of crypto-funded blockchain prediction markets overtaking legacy media as the main source of information sort of gels more with that kind of crowd. If prediction markets succeed and become an integrated part of our digital lives, it will be disproportionately right-wing money being used to tell us what's real, and that won't sit well with the other 2/3 of the political spectrum. One of Polymarket's biggest investors is Peter Thiel, a guy who in 2014 said that companies are better run than governments because companies have one strong leader to make all the decisions. He spent a lot of money on right-wing political causes, and the guy is pretty agnostic about the whole democracy thing. Now clearly, prediction markets are not inherently conservative, and not everyone who gambles on politics is right-wing. Polymarket user Big Mike Believer is currently down $383,000 because he is absolutely certain Michelle Obama is going to be the next president. User Anon Biden Bull lost $2 million in July 2024 because of how much he loves Joe Biden. Some people have tried to steer prediction markets into a more ethical direction to give it wider appeal. One prediction platform, Manifold, already plays with fake money, although this somewhat dilutes the effectiveness because there's less skin in the game. At the end of the day, cold hard cash will always win. There's a reason people prefer high stakes poker over seaside penny pushers. Will prediction markets have their day? I wouldn't bet on it, although I could very well see Elon Musk integrating Polymarket into Twitter to act as real-time fact-checking. Seems like something he would do. Maybe in 5 years' time, when we really can't tell if gay Obama is real or not, the first thing I open on my laptop each morning will not be a news website or social media, but the latest prediction odds.